Hi YouTube, back again. Just wanted to make a quick video. I figured I'd show all my new 1911 mods. I'm sure this guy looks pretty familiar to y'all. Anyway, I guess I'll hop right to it. The first biggest modification I made to my Smith & Wesson 1911 that made it easier to shoot. Dawson precision sights. I don't know why it won't focus there. But I had originally removed the red fiber optic and put the green there because I feel I could see it better. And I got a flat black non-adjustable rear. It's got serrations to prevent glare, I guess. But this combination works really well. I had wanted to get an adjustable rear, and what ended up happening was they actually didn't have an adjustable rear for a Smith & Wesson 1911 that fit the cut. So, and I had actually gotten a set of Novak sights that were adjustable because Smith & Wesson straight up told me that these were Novak sights and they were wrong. So I had to get the right cuts. Sorry if you hear some dinging, my dog's walking around. Anyway, so I had to get these sights. I got the standard Novaks. Luckily Dawson was easy to work with. I sent the old ones back. I was able to get these and they've been fine. I didn't have to do much to adjust them. I guess I centered them enough. I put them on with the sight tool. I will say using the sight tool was fairly easy, but these cuts were really tight, and I wish I had had some sort of sanding stone to grind them down before I put them on. I don't know if you can see how it's kind of boogered up there. Right along here you can kind of see some marring on the metal, but regardless, sights are awesome. Second big modification that I like is the Brown Maxi well that you can see right here. It includes a brand new mainspring housing. As you can see, this one has a lot of LPI. I really like that. My old mainspring housing on this gun was really coarse. I think it had even actually rusted a little bit. But this one, you still get solid traction. It's not as hard on your hands. And the best part about it, you got this giant mag well down here attached by that one little screw. And mag changes are just effortless. Just right in there. Just completely effortless. It's awesome. Alright, let's see. I guess I forgot to mention one spring mod that I did. I bought the Wilson Combat spring kit from Midway, full-size government. That included new mainspring housing, new firing pin spring, mainspring housing spring, excuse me. So mainspring, firing pin spring, and recoil spring. It came with two sets. It came with an 18-pound recoil spring and a 10-pound recoil spring. But the 10-pound is obviously for lower powered loads. I put the 18 in here and it runs fine, especially even with my hand loads, not especially. But it runs really well. I haven't had any problems, and the trigger's really smooth now, which I like. That's a great thing. And you know, it helps to have a lighter trigger on a 1911, and this one does that. So also you can see my VZ grips with radian screws, I believe they're called. I think they look awesome. Also, the most recent is this Wilson Combat extended mag release. Yeah, it's very exaggerated. It's pretty large, but it serves the purpose well for me because I went and shot an IDPA match the other day. And to get to the old mag release, I used to have to adjust my grip and twist the gun in my hand. But for this one, it's right there. All I have to do is simply, like after shooting, simply squeeze the gun or just move my thumb down. I mean, it is literally right there. Combine that with the Brown Maxi well, and yeah, reloads are insanely fast. It's very easy to do. Also, even with my magazines, I did a little mod. This is a Checkmate magazine. I did not like the follower design and the springs that came in these 10-round magazines. They were really weak, and the follower design worked okay in the two Checkmate mags that came with the 1911 because it does come with them. But in the 10-round mags, they were really weak, and on one of them, it actually wasn't even locking back the slide all the way. And the feeding wasn't very effective, and it just didn't work that well. And I had heard a guy at the range suggest I look up Wilson spring and follower kits, and I had assumed they were only for 8 and 9 round magazines, but they have a spring and follower kit for a 10-round magazine. And it has this polymer follower design that does not bind I know that almost all the other followers on the market in 1911 magazines are metal. They got, I know that the Chip McCormick ones, the ones that I tried with this gun that didn't work that well, were metal. The ones in, I believe, the Kimber magazines are also metal. I think the Springfield ones are too. I think Wilson is the only one that uses a polymer follower, but I could be wrong. But if you look, this follower's rounded up, so you get consistently good feeding. Like you see how this round sits here. There's no tilt. It goes up the same amount every time. With some of them, the round could just sit like this, or slightly up or slightly down. But that one seats in there every time. And if you look, I mean, it doesn't matter how many I put in there. They're all going to be exactly like that. And these are my hand-loaded 230 grain XTPs, just for a point of reference. But anyway, those work really well, and this has helped in my feeding. You can tell the mag spring is stiffer, and it has more reliable hold open with the slide, so don't have to ever worry about that at all. And that was one thing about the Checkmate mags I didn't like, was that weak follower and spring, and it wasn't always holding my slide open on the last round, so I didn't like that. Last thing I thought I would include, highly recommend Blade Tech. They make great holsters. I have a standard paddle holster from them for my 90-2, and these are, I believe these are custom made, because I actually had this one made for the TLR-1S to fit in it, as you can see. So TLR-1S mounted on a 1911 with a rail, fits in this holster. Fits in the waistband really well. The retention is adjustable. You can see the screws there. I will say that carrying a 1911 with a light on it is pretty damn heavy. I just thought it'd be something kind of cool to have in case I ever wanted it or anything. I guess if I get something later that's more lightweight polymer, semi-auto, that I want to have a light mounted on, it might be a little bit better. But anyway, those are the mods for my gun. To sum it up, Wilson spring kit, Dawson sights, Ed Brown Maxi well, Wilson Combat extended mag release. The light's not really a mod, I just have it on there. And then the Wilson spring and follower kit, recommend that as well. Really like Blade Tech holsters. And if you don't hand load and you shoot a lot, you should get into it. It's pretty awesome. Made these myself. Hot rounds with power pistol. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I guess like it if you like the video, and I'll see y'all later.